we also potentially have got the first indication of what Warner Brothers and DC are planning going forward.
Yes.
So I'm not fully sure I understand what this kind of deal is because I'm not in that world at all. But Matt Reeves has signed an overall first look deal. So all I can assume that means is we're going to give you enough money so that you can afford to go and work on a script that we will then look at and we have first refusal on.
So
Is that kind of what that means?
from the articles I kind of briefly read, my understanding is there's two things that he's like signed and going on with Matt Reeves. One is this deal. Two, the other one is he's apparently currently writing the script for Batman 2.
Yeah.
But this deal, my understanding from what I read was essentially he will have kind of creative freedom to overlook and in a way present, I think, as well, even like, or if someone brings something to the table.
Like another project.
Other projects under.
Okay, so if he
DC
wanted to
Warner
do
Brothers.
like a Green Lantern film, he could go, I want to do this, and they'd go, okay, cool.
I think so. Like, even if it's not he directs it, he has say in the direction of it.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. Okay, so yeah, this is an indication that maybe DC is starting to execute the early stages of the next iteration of the DC EU or whatever it will end up.
Yeah, and something I know we've met, like back when Batman came out, and I was like, "Oh, just give Matt Reeves like the keys to everything. He knows what he's doing." And you obviously, I know you're more against giving one person the keys to everything.
I think Kevin Feige is the exception, not the rule.
I agree with that. I also do think though, Warner Brothers is so much in a mess with DC, with so many different projects all over the place. If they want anything that is similar in how the MCU has been built up, in having a plan that there is films that link together, you kind of do need someone overseeing, at least to get it off the ground.
I think there is only one person I would trust to do that. Me. Send the contract to Warner Brothers, DC, whoever.
I definitely don't think one person should direct them all, but I do think for them to get this idea of like having a plan, and if they want to build something like the MCU, they need to start with one person is in control of it, so that there's like a bit of a look, this is how it's starting, and then once it's going, you can allow people to branch out a bit more. So hopefully 100%. That's what Matt Reeves is being allowed to do. And
or even if they're certain he should be one of the guys at the top, and that's why they're trying to get him signed on.
Yeah.
Maybe their idea is to go for like a 2 or 3 man with the same vision, but they know he is going to be one of the guys, so they're going to work with him to find the other guy or the other 2 guys.
Yeah.
And I use guys as a gender neutral term. I mean anyone before people come at me. To go out and find the other 2 people that Matt can then work with to build this conceptual universe out with.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone's and the public and fans have quite vocally said how much they enjoyed his Batman film, which DC and Warner Bros. Obviously heard, and they're like, okay, the fans like what he does with things, let's give him more freedom to not just be within the Batman universe if he wants to like spread it out. So, Flash film when?
I'm just gonna say it again. If DC are recasting the Flash, I know I'm a bit chubby at the minute. Give me the call. We'll make it work. You see these pictures all the time of behind the scenes of an actor reading like an individual issue of their character's comic because it's like a photo op. You'll catch a picture of me in a room doing sit-ups while reading the fucking Flash omnibus. Just like, must consume more content. It's like, Connor, that's a Wally comic. Doesn't matter. It's still the Flash. Like I said, I consume content like no one you've ever seen. And with the bit of ADHD and undiagnosed autism and all that stuff, if they said, Connor, we need you to be the Flash, you would see a hyper-focus like no one has ever hyper-focused before.
Man would be in shape in record time.
Yeah. It would legitimately been like I've been struck by lightning. And the best bit is, I wouldn't have even done the Marvel diet of roids and more roids.
But hopefully that's good news, and hopefully, like, this whole 10-year plan and this deal is maybe some correct direction for Warner Bros. Let's say hopeful. Not rag on them for once.
Yeah, I think Matt Reeves being involved. I mean, I've got something to rag on him
I
about in
know.
a minute here. But Matt Reeves being involved is a good sign, I hope.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's give him a chance.
I have one request though from him. Please, Matt, no musicals in your world. Like, it's fine in Joker 2.
Let's just see how Todd Phillips does in Joker 2 first. It might bang.
It might, but I don't want to see Detective Batman.
A DC musical universe could be what we need.
I don't think it'll come from Matt Reeves.
Probably
we might need it, but I don't.
It's the comic book universe we need, but not the one we want. So, from the highs of Warner Bros., i.e., looking like they're getting their shit together, to the crushing lows.
Yeah,
I know we've already rinsed them about this, for cancelling Batgirl.
Yep.
But it's even worse than we thought. By the sounds of it, they told the directors that we're not doing anything with it. The directors went to download the footage before it got deleted from Warner Brothers servers. They got online and it had already been deleted. All of it. They spent the $90 million to film this film. They had the footage. It was in the mid to late stages of editing. And they've just deleted everything.
I have to believe. I have to believe there's a copy somewhere.
Honest to God, you know what I'm starting to think? They accidentally deleted it from everywhere and then just went, you know what? Let's style this out by just saying we've cancelled it.
No shot.
At this point, that is the only thing that, in my brain, actually makes sense.
The thing is, it's like
spending $90 million on a film and then cancelling it makes less sense than accidentally deleting a film and then pretending you cancelled it.
I don't know, because it's like, if I'm on my PC and I delete something, sure, I've lost it. But a fucking multi-billion-dollar company, you can't tell me that something can just get deleted and lost that easily. They will be backing up stuff constantly. So it's like, there's no accidental deletion of stuff. Like, I refuse to believe there's like an accidental permanent deletion of someone has, if that's fully gone and fully deleted, they have purposefully made sure that is fully deleted and fully gone. I don't get why.
I don't know how you waste $90 million on a film and don't even go, fuck it, we'll throw it on the streaming service and not advertise it. Do you know, genuinely, do you know why I think they've done that? They knew they weren't carrying on with these actors because they were going to rebuild, and they didn't want the film to be a success and then have fans going, well, don't recast them because they want to start fresh.
I think that's more right. I think they've realized, because that was something which kind of ties into this, which we haven't put on last night. I don't know if you read the message I pinged you late last night on Twitter. Aquaman has been delayed again.
Oh, has it? I don't think I saw that.
Is it The Flash has been also? Two of them have been delayed.
The hits keep coming for DC. Shazam 2 moves from 2022 to 2023. March. And then, but Aquaman's 2 date, right? Not anymore. Wait, it's been pushed back to December next year.
Yep. For more time in post-production.
What the?
Which I think...
That's not good. That's really not good.
I've
long been a believer any film that gets delayed 3 times is bad. It's why I still haven't seen Morbius. It's why I knew it was going to be shit. If a film keeps getting delayed, especially this long after COVID's not causing problems really anymore, the film is just shit.
For the Aquaman getting delayed is the Amber Heard stuff.
No, because they doubled down that they weren't going to do that.
Yeah, but have they changed their minds?
It'd be really weird to do it now.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers seems to change their minds like every fucking day at this point.
The
But
only thing that possibly makes sense is
they want to
they
act it.
filmed something for Flash
That now
that
changes.
allows them to wipe the slate clean. So they just need to add something into Shazam and Aquaman
Possibly.
that then makes it make sense for why they're still releasing it, and then they can just be done.
But I do think there's this whole Flash apparently resetting everything, and they're trying to wipe the slate clean and clearly start with a new plan. Is why Batgirl has got scrapped, and I think they figured out a while ago, or I guarantee that was something that was discussed in a boardroom somewhere while the directors were still working on it, and they were like, "Well, we can probably find a way to fit this in." And then the longer it went on, they went, "It's just going to be easier all around if we just didn't have this film, but we're already making it. Oh wait, we're in control. We can just scrap this if we want. Who cares if we've just burnt $90 million? That's nothing to us. 90 million is nothing out of 1 billion." And it's just like, I don't think it was accident. No, there was no way this is an accidental deletion of footage, and that's why they've scrapped it. They've 100% scrapped it, but they've quite clearly made the decision with the directors in the dark and everyone who worked on the film in the dark. And I think they made it long before it actually happened. And then they just suddenly were like, you know what, right now, this is it. Final decision. We're scrapping this and we're starting afresh.
It's crazy.
And I 100% believe Warner Brothers is a sort of company that then goes through and purposefully deletes it all because they knew the directors would try and download it and they don't want this footage ever coming out. And the director...
Well, I mean, yeah, they know the power of...
Look at the Zack Snyder cut situation. Yeah. They don't want that again.
Forget that. Look at how they got Deadpool green-lighted. Yeah. They shot test for it. They were told no. So then one of the 3 people whose passion project it was, and we still don't know exactly who it was, one of them leaked the footage online so that fans would get behind it, and then Fox got pressured into green-lighting it. Warner Brothers aren't dumb. They know how much weight fans hold. And so they made sure that this project was dead.
Yeah. This was all purposefully done, and it's like, it's baffling.
And it's malicious as well to the people who work so hard on this.
Yeah, it's shows how the big dogs still control the film industry, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And
how callous people can be.
And it definitely doesn't help Warner Brothers' case with things like and fan reception to the films, but like, yeah, it's just why they wouldn't even release it or do, I don't know, something with it is baffling. But all we can, it's got to just because they're wiping clean, surely.
But it's all good because we have good news now.
We do. We're going to end with good